I want to talk about we talked about the starting staff. Let's talk about the bullpen now. Based on Dennis Lynn's article, he's got a 6-man rotation, and he's got 7 bullpen arms. Now, before we get to that, I do want to say the Padres have announced the pitchers that are going to throw today. They have 7. And in spring training, they announced all the starters. They announced all the players that are going to pitch. So today, Jagger Haynes is starting. Logan Gillespie was scratched today because his wife is in labor. So hopefully all good news there with the Gillespie family. And shout out to them for having a child today. So obviously all of our thoughts are with the Gillespie family today. Big congratulations to them. As we continue here, Jagger Haynes now gets the start over Logan Gillespie, left-handed pitcher. Left-handed pitcher Jackson Wolf will go in after him. Mason Miller is scheduled to pitch today. Wandy Peralta is scheduled to pitch today. Manuel Castro, Garrett Hawkins, Justin Yeager, all expected to pitch today for the San Diego Padres. What's your problem here? What's going on?
Pete Alonso just hit a home run.
Start playing the world's smallest violin.
It hurts. It does hurt.
We're gonna need you to get over it, dude. It's not.
Yeah,
you know what? Is this gonna affect you the entire year? Is this? Are we gonna be a little sob story?
It's the first game. It's just the first game.
It's spring training. Who cares? He's not a Met anymore. It's okay. Man.
I know. That's why it's upsetting.
We can move on. It's first stage is acceptance. Yep. Where is it, Nate? He won't play it on himself. But he should.
I accepted it, but then it's happening again.
Yeah, here it is.
It's happening again.
You all right, buddy? You'll be okay.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
Okay. All right, you done now?
Yeah, I'm done.
You ready to lock back in?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Foul, Frank. It's either the violin or the foul. Prolific. It's not.
Yeah, no, that's
not both.
That's
he gets one of them. All right, back to the pitching situation.
Back to more pressing matters.
Yeah, back to more pressing matters. Okay, so if the Padres decide to go with a 6-man rotation, they'd carry one less bullpen arm. If they decide to go with a 5-man rotation, obviously now you have guys like Marquez and Bueller. You know, if he makes the team, we have to put that on his drop. We have to. I mean, right?
100%.
We have to. I'm not rooting for him to make the team just for bits and drops, of course. Okay. I'm trying to map out like the schedule for the first month in terms of like the rotation and stuff, but let's talk about the bullpen first. I've gotten like what a 5-man rotation would look like for the schedule. I just needed the 6-man. Now, when you look at the bullpen for the Padres is it's not a quiet strength. This is the strength of the team. I don't think a lot of people would argue against that, Frank.
No,
if you had to look at the strength of this team,
strength is what it is.
The bullpen's legit. Okay, you're back in with Mason Miller and Adrian Morejon and Estrada, guys like Jason Adam. I mean, the back end's great. Now, Jason Adam is recovering from a quad surgery, so who knows if he will start on the big league club out of the gate on opening day. He might start on the injured list. Dennis Lynn this is his bullpen that he has making the team as of right now. Miller, Morejon, Estrada, David Morgan, Wandy Peralta, Yuki Matsui, Ron Marinaccio. And I think that's because that Jason Adam might start on the injured list. Now, others in the 40-man roster, there's a lot of pitchers, obviously. Dyson Acosta, Ty Adcock, Johnny Brito, injured list. Manuel Castro, Kyle Hart, Garrett Hawkins, Brian Hoeing, Alec Jacob, Miguel Mendez, and Bradley Rodriguez. The thing that doesn't go for a lot of these players that they don't get the benefit, none of those guys have issues with options. If you pull up the, I'll do it real quick. If you look at the players that don't have options, the only one that's on there right now is Logan Gillespie and Ron Marinaccio. But Dennis Lynn has Ron Marinaccio making the team with Jason Adam on the injured list. And to me, if Jason Adam's going to be on the injured list, then based on where everything is at in terms of like trying to preserve as many players on this team as possible, Marinaccio is probably going to make the team unless he doesn't pitch well in spring. That would be my guess on that particular situation. Now, if we go back to this conversation about the bullpen, does this bullpen have enough to survive with just 7 guys? Because the key dynamic to this is you can do the 6-man rotation, or, Frank, you can move one of those veteran starting pitchers to a bullpen spot. I mean, that's also part of an equation here. I don't necessarily know you want to do that with Walker Buehler. I don't necessarily know you want to do that with Marquez. But at the same time, like, that might be a way that these guys make the team. Especially with all the strides that Randy Vasquez had, at least he's got some experience in as a bullpen role. But even then, I feel like long term, you want Randy Vasquez as a starting pitcher in this organization, not jerking him around, going from starter to bullpen back to starter. I think that would be malpractice upon the Padres to do that. So, do they have enough in the bullpen to survive with 7 guys? I personally think they do, if they're only going to do it for about a month, and then you bring Griffin Canning on the team and then make some extra decisions. Long term, who knows? I think it depends on how well the starters do.
I agree. I think if right now you're looking at guys like Walker Buehler and German Marquez as making the team because you're hoping for the best at this point. If
Marquez, they suck. It's going to be easy.
Yeah, if Marquez flames out and Walker Buehler is great, obviously you cut Marquez, you carry the 8th man in the bullpen, and you go with a 5-man starting rotation, or vice versa. But I mean, the bullpen, again, you still have guys, as you had put up on the screen before, you still have guys that have a lot of availability as far as options go. Bradley Rodriguez has options. Alec Jacob still has options. So there are some things that you can do, and I believe Alec Jacob was kind of that long guy for the Padres last year. So there are definitely options that the Padres have when it comes to working out this pitching staff.
Yeah, they have. And the thing is as much as this is only fun stuff to do on day one, where you don't have any games, you don't have anybody playing yet. I mean, you don't really know who looks good and who doesn't look good. And there's no injuries yet. It usually finds a way. It plays itself out. Yeah, 100%. All right. So if I'm just going through the schedule real quick, the difference between a 6-man and a 5-man rotation. You have a couple of early off days, like Sunday of the opening weekend is off, because you only play the American League 3 times in a series. So you got Detroit for the first 3 games. So that would be in a 5-man, 6-man, everything's the same, right? Pivetta, King, Musgrove. Like, we're just assuming that these guys are healthy. So a 5-man rotation would be Pivetta, King, Musgrove against the Tigers, off. Vasquez, Marquez, Pivetta against the Giants, off. King, Musgrove, Vasquez against the Red Sox. Marquez, Pivetta, King against the Pirates. Musgrove, Vasquez, Marquez, Pivetta against the Rockies, off. King, Musgrove, Vasquez against the Mariners. If you look at days off for Pivetta, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before his next start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before his next start. 1, 2, including the off days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 for one of his starts, but pretty standard stuff, right?
Yeah.
In terms of the 6-man, now I like giving guys like King and Musgrove extra days rest, but like, does Pivetta need the extra days rest? So Pivetta would have 5 days off, 5 days off, 4 days off for his first 3 starts and a 5-man rotation. What?
Jake in the chat, I do agree with you. Alex Jacob isn't all that great. Alec Jacob, though, not that bad.
The 6-man rotation. Pivetta starts opening day. Let's just assuming it goes in the order. Then he would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days off before his next start. That's a long time. But it's early in the season. Like, is that enough? Like, do you want to throw a bullpen in between? That seems like a lot early. So you would have 7 days off. And then for his next start, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days off, normal. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days off. So he would go 7, 5, 6 in terms of days off early in the season compared to a 5-man rotation where you have 5 days off, 5 days off, 4 days off. I almost would rather, like, some of these guys don't get that. Like, if you look at King, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'd be really the structure for a lot of these guys. King would have 7 days off. Musgrove, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days off. Vasquez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days off. Mixed in between. Marquez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days off. Bueller, 6 days off. Honestly, if you did it with the 6-man rotation, maybe you don't have Nick Pivetta start opening day.
And something that we did discuss earlier was, we discussed it off air, being able to give those guys some time is good, especially with a starting rotation that, as of the players who are currently on your roster, you only had 2 guys pitch the entire season. And that's Nick Pivetta and Randy Vasquez without getting hurt. Everybody else got hurt. Obviously, Dylan Cease was the third one, but he's not on your roster right now. So to be able to give guys a little bit of a break at the beginning of the season, I don't think that's bad. And I personally, I would have Michael King start on opening day. I would put Pivetta number 2. I would do King, Pivetta, Musgrove.
How about this? But here's the deal. Your first 3 players in your rotation, a 6-man rotation, Frank, are going to get 7 days off if you do a 6-man rotation. Okay. And then after that, everybody gets 6 days off throughout the first month of the schedule through April. Mm-hmm. You could start King if you want to start him on the opening day roster. You can start King, Musgrove, Vasquez to get extra days off early in the season, and then you go Pivetta 4, which again, this would be just for. Pavetta's not the 4th best pitcher on this team.
No,
but at the beginning of the season, just for the sake of just to break early. He pitches the 4th game, which means he's pitching game 1 against the Giants. And then throughout the first month, Frank, he has 6 days off, which is just 1 extra day off than he would already get if he were in a 5-man rotation starting opening day. And then for one time through, instead of starting in 4 days, he'd be starting in 5 days. So again, it's just 1 extra day off for Pivetta. I honestly don't mind that at the beginning part of the season, as you're waiting to get Griffin Canning back and you're doing this expanded tryout. And here's the deal. With those extra days off, do you think they can go deep? Does that lead to them being deeper into games? Because if it does, it saves your bullpen. But if they don't go deep into games, then it doesn't really matter. Now your bullpen's getting used a lot, right? So if the starting staff stays fresh like that, where you can let them go another inning or 2 because they're getting their pitches in and they get an extra day off, the 6-man rotation isn't terrible at the beginning part of the season. I don't know if you want to do that the entire year, but we talked about this the other day, comparing the 5 to the 6-man rotation. Mm-hmm. If the starters don't go deep into games, it doesn't even matter what it is anyway. Your bullpen's going to get taxed.
Yes.
Your bullpen's going to get taxed.
And it was a taxed bullpen last year to begin with. So my question would be, we usually don't see, even a normal year, Michael King would throw, he could be ready to go for 100 pitches, but we'd see him throw 70 to 80 on opening day and then get pulled. With a 6-man rotation, you might actually be able to pitch closer to your potential earlier because you are getting that extra day off.
I would love to know from, and maybe we ask Sam to ask this question. I would love to know if it matters. Can you, for building up a pitcher, if you get an extra day off, can you have them throw more pitches? Because it's about pitches and not innings for these guys at the beginning of the year. If the answer, it doesn't really matter, then we're not really safe. You're still hurting the bullpen. But if the answer is, we can have him throw a little bit more because he's got an extra day off, I think that's interesting to talk about.